Should you dine at Geyser Point or the Territory Lounge? Today, these two Disney World lounges are going head to head in the ultimate showdown to see which is better. I'll be judging each lounge on the food, drinks, and atmosphere to see which comes out on top. The Wilderness Lodge is not only my favorite resort at Disney World, it's also home to some of my favorite bars. Both bars are serving up a killer menu and some pretty cozy vibes, but today I'm putting them up to the ultimate challenge to see which is better. I'll be dining at both lounges, having my server bring me the most popular menu items, and I'll be ranking each lounge's food, drinks, and atmosphere out of 10 so we can officially crown the winner of Best Bar at the Wilderness Lodge. And let me just say, coming into today, I genuinely could not tell you which bar I think is better. So today is going to be the final test to see which one I like better. But like I said, I really enjoy both of these spots, so you can't really go wrong with either one that you choose. Or of course, you could always choose both and go to both, since they're at the same resort. That's always an option too. With that being said, let's kick things off with a stop at the Geyser Point Bar and Grill. Geyser Point is located down by the water where you catch the boat to Magic Kingdom, and just by looking at this video, I'm sure you're picking up on the cozy vibes that I promised. While this lounge is shaded and cool, you're still able to enjoy some of the beautiful Florida weather as it isn't fully inside. Here at Geyser Point, you'll find a full-service bar, as well as one of the most impressive menus when it comes to a Disney lounge, complete with appetizers, entrees, desserts, and specialty drinks. And we're gonna go over all of that from right here, one of the best tables in the house. Every time I come to Geyser Point, I like to request a table on the water side, just because the view here is absolutely incredible. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this. We are right on the end. You can see the boat. Where is it? Right there, going across to Fort Wilderness, just across the way. We've got a view of all of Bay Lake here. It is really just incredible, especially on a beautiful day like today. Keep in mind, they're not always going to be able to accommodate you, or you might have to wait a little bit longer for a table by the water because it is a little bit more requested here. But I say personally, for me at least, it's worth the wait. I mean, every table in here is very, very cozy, great views and stuff, but just being by the water, there's something special about it. And also, moment of appreciation for these comfy, cozy chairs. They're nice loungers with really, really plush cushions. I appreciate it. I am gonna go over the menu with you guys, but when I do these videos, I kind of like to ask the cast members to just bring me their favorite or what the most popular or the best things on the menu that they think are, because at the end of the day, the cast members that work at these places are the ones that really know these menus, and I think they're gonna be able to bring me like the best things. Although I already have my favorites here. Obviously, I love the burger. I have a feeling that might end up being one of the things we end up getting because it's probably one of the most popular burgers here at Disney World. But like I said, I'm leaving all of those decisions up to my server here. It's going to be all on him. Whatever he thinks is going to show me the best food and drink at Geyser Point is what I'm getting. But here's a look at the drinks here. Obviously, you can see we have a ton of beer, draft beer, bottled cider, hard seltzer, wine as well. But these signature libations here, they have a sunset margarita, a huckleberry punch, a Northwest iced tea, which is pretty much just a Long Island, a pineapple mule, a Rough Rider sour, a black cherry mule, a Cascadia sangria, and also a pina colada. I know I've mentioned I love this lounge a bunch of times, but I will admit, the drink menu isn't always my favorite. I've had a bunch of them on here, and I think they could improve the drink selection. There's not anything that really like stands out to me here. I'm not a huge fan of any of the drinks specifically here. Well, they're not bad. They're just not kind of fit to my personal taste. Also, I might have to deduct some points because they don't have an espresso martini here. At least they didn't every other time I've asked, but they don't have any type of espresso martini, so that's definitely a downside to Geyser Point, I'll say. It looks like my server ended up bringing me the Sea Witch Brew, which has tequila, blackberry puree, and sour mix topped with fresh blackberries. Or at least it's supposed to be topped with fresh blackberries. It's kind of funny because I have the photo here, like comparing them, and in the photo, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it actually looks like. Not only do we not have any of the black salt, it kind of looks just like some black food dye around the rim. The drink is not nearly as dark as it looks like it, which makes me feel like they didn't put that much blackberry puree in there. And it's not even topped with blackberries, it's topped with a lime. what's going on here? And I wasn't necessarily trying to get like one of the seasonal drinks. I wanted to get something that you could get here all of the time, but that's on me. I should have been a little bit more specific, and I totally forgot that they even had like Halloween drinks here. But I should have said, maybe not like the seasonal stuff, something from the main menu, but that one's on me. So we've got a Halloween drink here, but we'll see how it is. Oh. Yeah. How I feel about this drink is kind of how I feel about a lot of the drinks here at Geyser Point. They're using way too much sour mix here at the Geyser Point. I am typically not someone who enjoys a drink with too much sour mix in it, or any sour mix at all. I way prefer like fresh lime juice. I don't know, I just don't like that like puckery, artificially kind of flavor here. But if you do enjoy that kind of like fruity, sour mixy kind of drink, this would probably be the one for you, but just not necessarily for me. I do think some of these salt on the rim would have helped, but either they don't have it or they just forgot to put it on. I don't know, but I feel like if it's advertised, it should probably be included. So yeah, but I do really enjoy that they have some type of like seasonal drink here. I know they pretty much always have a couple of seasonal drinks at this bar here. I believe in years past they actually had like a Halloween margarita flight. Does anyone else remember that, or am I going crazy? I'm pretty sure they used to have a Halloween margarita flight and like some fun glasses or something. I don't know, but I guess they didn't bring it back this year and they just brought a couple of specialty themed drinks. Not my favorite of specialty themed drinks, but am I still going to enjoy this beverage while enjoying this amazing view? No doubt. And just like that, it is time for food here at Geyser Point once again. Let my server know, bring me the two most popular, two best things on the menu, whatever they are, don't tell me. So I am going to be surprised. But again, I do want to go over this menu here with you. So like I said, they have some appetizers here. They have a charcuterie board, shrimp on a wire, some crab cakes, plant-based macaroni and cheese bites. I would honestly love if you brought me these because I've been wanting to try them really badly. Plant-based mac and cheese bites. I don't know if they have them anywhere else on property. They have Geyser chicken wings, a charcuterie flatbread, crispy Peking ribs. They also have some more entree-style food. The bison cheeseburger, which I mentioned, is one of the more popular burgers at Disney World. It is also very, very good. I have a feeling this is going to be coming out. The turkey BLT sandwich, which I've had before, it's actually very good. The turkey has like black peppercorn on the outside. It's very peppery, so if you like a peppery turkey or something, this is for you. It's really good. They have a veggie burger, a steak sandwich, a multi-grain salad with chicken, and they also have a delicious fried chicken sandwich here with a sweet chili glaze. Again, I've had it. Delicious. But like I said, what I get today is totally up to my server. I said, bring me the most popular or whatever you think the best two foods are on the menu. We're gonna get two different things. So we're in for a surprise and a treat, hopefully. Now we wait. Just a few moments later, the food has arrived, and let me just tell you, it smells amazing. And actually, of course, the cheeseburger was brought out, which I am not mad about at all. I really love the burger here. And also, one of the lighter bites that I was really interested in trying came out. So I'm really excited to try this stuff. Well, I've had the burger many times, but I'm really excited to try this flatbread. So let's start by trying that out because I've never had it before. This is the charcuterie flatbread. It has salami, brisket, chorizo, bacon, and a smoked Gouda beer cheese for $17. See if we could get a little cheese pull action from the initial tear. It doesn't appear that. Oh my God, actually all the toppings just kind of flopped right off of the flatbread. That is like the reverse. The reverse of what I thought would happen actually happened. Oh my gosh. Okay, none of the toppings at all. Oh my gosh, everything is literally just flying off. Everything's not really secure on this bread here, and I will say it is. If I let this go, it would just flop everywhere. It is not very secure and crispy, but we'll try it out here. While this pizza lacks integrity of the crust completely, it makes up for in flavor. The flavors here are truly out of bounds. I can't help but laugh at myself because I'm about to say, meat. all meat. If you guys watch the Costco guys, you will understand. But I say that because there is so much meat on this flatbread. Like, this is truly loaded up with a ton of meat, and it is $17, so that's not the worst of things. I am glad there is a ton of meat on here. The meat flavor that I'm tasting the most is honestly the bacon. It adds a really nice saltiness here. The balsamic drizzle, just that little like sweet vinegar at the end, is really, really nice. That honestly makes it. And there's supposed to be a smoked Gouda beer cheese on here, but honestly, I'm not like tasting any Gouda beer cheese. This looks to be more like this is a mozzarella pearl right here. Yeah, that's a mozzarella pearl. And what is this? Or maybe it's a cheese curd? Either a mozzarella pearl or a cheese curd here. But I wish the toppings were kind of held down on the slice a little bit better, because I'm pretty sure like there's like not really any sauce, or maybe there's the beer cheese. It's kind of just like melted away. That's supposed to be holding the toppings down to the pizza, but there's not really anything on, like no type of sauce on the bottom of the pizza holding on the toppings. The toppings are kind of just like thrown on top of there, which, don't get me wrong, again, the toppings are really, really good. And I'm not usually one to like a ton of meat on my pizzas and stuff. I prefer just like a plain pizza, but I think on this flatbread, it really, really works. When you get to the crust itself, the crust is crispy and really tasty at that. But the middle pieces here are really just so floppy, but that's because there is so much meat on here. I'm not mad about it though. This is really delicious. And I mean, just to go over the amount of meat on each slice here, we've got plenty of salami. There's the salami there. We've got the bacon crumbles right on top. We've got little pieces of chorizo kind of scattered all throughout there. The brisket on top with that bacon. There really is meat, all meat out here. But it's good. I love this, guys. If this had like good structural integrity, like the end piece here does, but if this had good structural integrity, this would be an absolute 10 out of 10. I might have to deduct some points though for the floppiness. And you know what I just thought of, guys? So this is kind of foreshadowing a little bit. I already told you I got the burger, but on the burger there is this Marionberry sauce. And I got a little bit extra on the side here because I love a ton of the sauce on my burger, but it gave me the idea. I love a like charcuterie and like meat and cheese and stuff with a lot of sweet. Like I love to put like fig jam or whatnot on my charcuterie. So you know me, always mixing and matching things up. I want to pour some of this Marionberry sauce from the burger onto this flatbread here, if it'll come out. I have a feeling this is going to be an insane combo here. I cannot wait to try this now. I just can't get it together, guys. It keeps falling off everywhere. Okay, I think I got it. Yep, a little salty, a little savory, a little sweet. That's the bite right there. Get some of that Marionberry sauce from the burger, sprinkle it on your flatbread. I highly recommend you do that. Try it out, it's really good. But now it is finally time for this bison cheeseburger. It has bacon, sweet crispy onion straws, Marionberry sauce, lettuce, tomato, and garlic aioli for $23. Let's cut into this bad boy, a little cross-section action to show you what we're working with. And time to try it out. Wow, this burger is just loaded with flavor here, and it's so juicy as well. There's literally like juices from the burger dripping down my arm right now. Oh, so good. The bacon on there adds a really nice saltiness. I do wish it was a little more crisp, but there are some fried onions on here that do deliver that crispness that this burger kind of needs. Obviously, the bun here. This is one of like the better burger buns that you could get on property. It's like a poppy seed roll. It reminds me more of like the rolls that you could get in New York, New Jersey. They don't really sell rolls like this here in Florida, which I am totally missing. A good Geyser, a good poppy seed roll here. We don't get them that often, but here at Geyser Point, they're putting the burger on a really solid bun, but obviously, of course, the game changer is that Marion berry sauce. I love a salty and sweet combo, and this sauce is so good. It's sweet, it's a little bit sour, but it just provides that contrast that you really, really need with this burger here, and you can never have enough. I already mentioned that I ordered more of it, a little extra on the side, and I am gonna drizzle even more on this burger because you really can never have enough here. It makes this burger just so much better. And I like loads of the Marion berry sauce. There's no doubt about that. Oh, it is golden hour, and I don't think the camera is picking it up completely, but that boat is just glistening in golden hour. Man, it is the perfect day for a trip to Geyser Point, but we're finished here at Geyser. We're gonna head inside in a moment, but let's recap Geyser Point. But before we recap, we still have one more category to talk about. We talked about the drinks, we talked about the food. There is still a third category, and that is the atmosphere, which obviously Geyser Point just crushes. I just love the open air vibe to where you're covered, so in case it's raining or it's really hot out, you still stay cool and breezy and nice under the shade, but you're still enjoying the Florida weather, and obviously on a beautiful night and stuff, that is just the place to be. You're looking over Bay Lake, you could see the boats going by. It is seriously gorgeous out there. I can't even put into words the vibe of Geyser Point. It is superb. And we're talking about the vibe and the view, but another thing that contributes to the great atmosphere at Geyser Point are the tables and like the chairs. You're not just really sitting in like a normal old chair. Now there are a couple tables that are pretty much normal table and chairs, but they are mainly like couches and nice lounge chairs with great cushion. It's just such a relaxing place. You hear the music from the Wilderness Lodge overhead. It really is. It is just so cozy. I could sit there all day, and I probably would if they had better drinks. So with that being said, let's get to our rankings, and I'm gonna be giving each of the categories a score out of 10, starting with the atmosphere. And atmosphere is of course getting a perfect score, a 10 out of 10. There's just no doubt about it. Like I said, the only other bar that can have the same kind of vibe and atmosphere to it would be Nomad Lounge, but seriously, it is just ultimate cozy out there. I mean, during the fall and the winter, it is just the perfect place to be. And for all those reasons that I just mentioned, the atmosphere, top notch, 10 out of 10. And next up, the food. And taking today's food experience into account, I am going with a score of 9 out of 10. That bison burger is just stellar. I have nothing bad to say about that burger. It is great. The charcuterie flatbread, also great. However, I am someone who enjoys a non-floppy pizza. That's just the way I prefer my pizza, and while the flavor was really good as well, and I would still of course get it again, I did have to knock a couple points off just because it was so floppy and the toppings weren't staying on there, but 9 out of 10 is still a very solid score. But for our final category here, which is drinks, this is gonna get a really low score. I'm going a 3 out of 10. I don't know if it's just me, but I think the drink selection at Geyser Point could really use a revamp. There's nothing that really appeals to my taste. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of sour mix being used, a lot of like whiskey, and just nothing out of the ordinary that you can't really get at like the other Disney pool bars. Like it's a very pool bar drink menu, and I would appreciate something maybe a little more like fall-like, since you're kind of in the woods and the wilderness. I don't know. The drink menu could really use a revamp. Nothing is really that impressive to me, including the drink that I tried today. While it's not always there, it's kind of a specialty drink. I feel the same way I felt about my drink that I tried today about a lot of the other drinks on the menu. Now, if Geyser Point had a better drink menu, I think without a doubt, this would be a top 3, maybe even a number 1 bar at Disney for me. I just think the drink menu is lacking so much, especially when you compare it to the drink menus elsewhere. And I mean, You have such good food, you have such good atmosphere. The drinks need a step up at Geyser Point. That is going to give Geyser Point a grand total of 22 out of 30. The drink category really kind of messed them up because they were on a roll before that, but unfortunately, the drinks just take them down. So 22 out of 30, not a bad score. We're heading to the Territory Lounge next to see how they do. The Territory Lounge is a bar just off the lobby here at the Wilderness Lodge and next to the very popular restaurant Artist Point. The vibe of the lobby is carried over in here and you're kind of transported to a cabin in maybe like Tennessee. Whatever it is super cozy in here. I really feel like I'm just in Tennessee here, just enjoying the coziness. And I know I keep saying cozy 100 times in this video. Maybe it's because I'm now joined by Mr. Cozy himself, Sean Claus. But I just love the Wilderness Lodge, and I feel like this lounge is like so underrated. Like no one's really talking about it. It's so underrated. The food, the drinks, the atmosphere, all good. Cozy Lodge in Montana. Montana, that's another, I keep saying Tennessee, but it could also be Montana. And just like with Geyser Point, we've got some nice cozy chairs here. I'm sitting on back. It's nice. They have one, because I feel like I'm in the country here. They have like one table with couches and stuff. Not as many couch tables as Geyser Point, but still. Great seating in here. And similar to over at Geyser Point, we are not going to be making any menu decisions. That is all going to be up to our server, again, asking for the most popular or what they like the most, the best drink, and then we're gonna get 2 foods as well. But I still have to show you guys the drink menu here. They have a bunch of different like heavy drinks, including this National 95, the Orchard's Bounty, the LNC G&T, my go-to, the Orange Spiced Sangria, the Northwoods, a S'mores Old Fashioned, and the Timeless Elias. But before we get to our server recommended beverage here, I want to tell you guys about my favorite drink at this bar. It is the LNC G&T. It's a gin and tonic with a florally, cucumbery kind of twist. It is garnished beautifully and it tastes even better than it looks. It is my go-to beverage at all of the Wilderness Lodge. I really, really enjoy it, but we'll see. We might be kind of switching it up today from the usual because again, I'm not making the decision here. And it looks like we are changing it up. I was brought the Northwoods. This has whiskey, a house-made rosemary syrup, citrus juice, and maple for $15.50. Well, let's try this bad boy out. I don't think I've ever had a drink here other than the gin and tonic, and I've tried the S'mores Old Fashioned before, and obviously I'm not an old-fashioned girly.
Have you tried it yet? It matches your shirt.
It does match my shirt. I like it. It definitely is like a bit like has that stronger like whiskey kind of flavor, which I shouldn't be surprised about. I'm not getting much rosemary in there though. It's good. I like it. It's very strong, like I said, a little bit citrusy, not much rosemary flavor, but it is tasty and I would get it again. I don't think I'd get it over the LNC G&T. That is just my personal preference, but I enjoy it. And it comes with a free tree. You see my tree?
Picked right out of the wilderness.
No, a lot of the toppings actually that they get for the drinks are from Living with the Land. Like I keep mentioning the LNC G&T, but the flour and the cucumber from there are actually from the Living with the Land ride. Like they actually are using the plants from there in the drinks here. So I wonder if the rosemary here is from that as well. I'll have to ask. Okay, so our amazing server here recommended something for Sean. This is not my beverage, but yeah, the Smoky Mountain, that's what it should be called there.
Well, apparently I have family that works here at this bar, so if you ever come out here, just say hello to my family and Josh. Awesome to know that I have family out here working. But I have one of the nice recommended old-fashioned, seasonal, timeless old-fashioned. Nice ice cube, the glass, it's all in presentation, is all A1, of course.
What's that first sip?
Yep, if you know what old-fashioned is, usually like, some medicine, tastes like that a little bit, but it's really good. I love it. Nice old-fashioned. But it is timeless, as they say.
So I am just gonna sit back in my comfy chair, sip my beverage, and enjoy the coziness. There should be like a take a drink every time I say cozy in this video. There will be a lot of drinking. But we've had our beverage. It is time for the food. They have a popcorn sampler that I love. They also have a charcuterie board, the loaded baked potato flatbread, a salmon run, which is, I believe, like a salmon flatbread. They have a bacon on the wire, bone and brie, and another impossible mac and cheese item, the spicy macaroni and cheese, again, plant-based. So you'll kind of notice that the menu here isn't really like entree style or like full restaurant style like it is down at Geyser Point. This is more like shareable plates, and I think at this point I've had every single thing on this food menu, and I can tell you it's all a hit. Again, it's your choice. Just bring me 2 things. Okay. It could be anything. I don't think there's anything with mayo on the menu, but if there is, just take the mayo off.
Right, it's not an allergy though or anything.
Just an extreme hatred of mayo.
We don't like mayo.
So now we wait to see what we'll get. We're gonna start off with the loaded baked potato flatbread here. This has bacon, potato, ham, peas, corn, cream cheese, and chives for $17. I'm very happy I got this tonight because this is honestly what I was craving. I haven't had this potato flatbread in a very long time, so it's about time I'm reunited. Yep, that is delicious. Not only is this flatbread delicious, it is so unique. I've never had a potato flatbread ever before, but I love a loaded baked potato. So it's perfect. And I know we're going like back-to-back flatbreads here. We had the charcuterie flatbread, and now we're having the potato flatbread here. I think the potato flatbread I might enjoy just a little bit more. I will say it's floppy as well, kind of in the center there, but it's still, the toppings are at least like staying on top of the pizza, whereas at Geyser Point, they were kind of all just falling off everywhere. So it's less messy. And I guess I like loaded baked potatoes a lot. So like, honestly, it's just like super impressive to have it on a flatbread style. On the bottom, we've got a chive cream cheese, and then we've got all that meat on top, as well as the chunks of potato. Obviously, it's very, very cheesy, very creamy. Could be a little bit crisper, but overall, it's a hit. And now for this giant presentation of meat, hanging meats. This is the artisanal cheese and charcuterie. It has handcrafted bread and accompaniments for $22. I personally like to say this is one of the best value charcuterie boards that you're going to find on property. There are 4 cheeses, 4 meats, and on the other side here, flip it around, so many accompaniments. 4 actually. We've got pickles, we've got honey, we've got some pickled veggies, carrots, and cauliflower. We've got a ton of grapes there. On this side, we've got, look at that burrata cheese. We've got a big hunk of blue cheese. This looks to be some Gouda maybe, and then maybe some cheddar here. That's just a guess. Then we've got salami, prosciutto, gabagool, and I'm not entirely sure what that is, but there is so much on this board. This is like the perfect thing for sharing here. Everything here is good for sharing, but this especially. So why don't we build ourselves a little bite here? We'll grab a cracker. We've got to get some honey there. I need to have some type of honey or jam on a charcuterie board. As you guys saw earlier, I was loading up that Marionberry jam on everything. That's how I am with my charcuterie as well. I love a good sweet with the cheese. Perfect combo. Some pickle. Some of this burrata. You rarely see burrata on a charcuterie board, but I always love when I do. The burrata has like a little bit of truffle oil and truffle salt on top, and it adds the perfect flavor. I love truffle, love burrata, so what is not to love about this? Some of my hanging meats. Got to get some hanging meats off there. Some prosciutto. I mean, what's not to love? You've got everything you need in a charcuterie board. Your pickled items, your sweets, your cheeses, your meats. It's all really good. And like I said, this is a huge portion. And I have a lot of eating to do, or a lot of taking home to do, a lot of eating to do in the next couple of days, because this charcuterie board is huge. Like, this is This is a 4-person charcuterie board without a doubt. But we are gonna sit here, sip on the last sips of our beverage, enjoy some more charcuterie, and then we'll give our ratings in our little recap, and we'll tally the total scores too. Alrighty, Sean, before we head out of here, I want to hear from you. Just based off your past experience, what is better, Geyser Point or Territory Lounge? Tell us your pick.
Listen, Geyser has a vibe there. You're outside, you can see the fireworks, you're by the water. It hits a lot of check marks, on my list. But honestly, the food here I think is better. I think the drinks are better here at Territory Lounge. I got family here. It's great. And the food, honestly, the presentation is pretty impressive here as well. Like, you don't really get that glass, that feeling out there by like Geyser Point. They give it in like plastic cups and stuff because you're by water. It makes sense, But it's nice here. The presentation, the food is better, and I think the drinks are overall a better experience here at Territory Lounge.
Territory.
I'm going Territory Lounge. Shocker. But the views are good at Geyser.
Well, we'll see if I agree with Sean, because first we have to do our Territory Lounge rankings. And before we do that even, we have to talk about the atmosphere in the lounge. And you guys know, you heard me say it 200 times at this point. It is so cozy in that lounge. Now, it's not that open air feel, but I already said it, but you feel like you're in Montana or Tennessee and like in the woods in a cabin. The decor all matches the vibes. I feel like the food and the drink really kind of matches the energy that lounge is exuding. And I think it all just ties in together very well. And as for our rankings out of 10, we'll again start with the atmosphere. I am going an 8 out of 10 for the Territory Lounge. While not quite on the same level as Geyser Point, it is definitely up there in my Disney lounges. I love going there and even just sitting there for a drink. It is, again, cozy. I promise I won't say that one more time in this video. We're gonna rank the food now out of 10. I'm going an 8. 8 out of 10. Again, a pretty good score. The menu is small, but what's on the menu is very, very good. Again, it kind of matches the overall vibe of the restaurant, that like comfort food, cabin kind of stuff. I could see myself eating a potato flatbread in a cabin in Tennessee or something. The charcuterie board is great. I really enjoy the food there. The only downside is that the menu isn't as large as the menu over at Geyser Point. It is more like snacky, shareable type of foods that can, of course, be made into your full-on dinner, but it is a smaller menu and more snacky type of food. So we're going an 8. And our final round might be what gives Territory Lounge the edge over Geyser Point, and that is the drinks. So out of 10, the drinks at Territory Lounge are getting a 7. While the menu is mainly like heavier, old-fashioned-y style drinks, there are still some really good fruity style drinks mixed in there. A couple drinks with bubbles, I've got my LNC G&T, honestly one of my favorite drinks on property. The drink I got today was really good and definitely way better than the drink I got earlier at Geyser Point. Overall, I just think the drink menu is far, far, far superior to the drinks over at Geyser Point. And no question there. Giving us a grand total of 23 out of 30. So it looks like the Territory Lounge has outlasted Geyser Point by 1 point. It was a very, very close race. 2 amazing lounges, 2 of my favorite lounges at Disney World. It's crazy that they're at the same hotel. So if you guys are staying at the Wilderness Lodge, or you're local, or you have a car, you want to come over here, definitely come over here, check out these lounges. They're only 1 point off. Territory Lounge won by just a hair, but you really cannot go wrong with either one you choose. And honestly, if it was up to me, what I would do is I'd go to the Territory Lounge, grab a beverage, grab an appetizer, then make my way over to the Geyser Point Lounge, maybe grab a drink, maybe not, because I ain't that good, and I'd grab myself an entree over there. It's honestly the perfect way to do the Wilderness Lodge. Hit up both since they're right here. You can't go wrong with either of them, but Territory Lounge, man, it surprised even me. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below in the comments whether you are Team Geyser Point or Team Territory Lounge. I'm curious to hear from all of you. As always, thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. Thank you for supporting the channel. You guys rock. And thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoy honest Disney food reviews, I'm always going to give them to you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.